brothers of Black Critique here at you again. Thank you for joining me. Just a little experience that I have. Won't be long with this one. Went to church. I don't go to church. I'm not a religious person as far as Abrahamic religions. I don't believe in the nonsense or anything like that. But it was my wife's grandmother's 96th birthday, so of course they want to celebrate there. So this is probably old news to some of you, but I find it very hypocritical and funny that they have all of these COVID-19 restrictions, which they should, but this has to do a lot about their faith. Like, you're in God's house. God's supposed to protect you from everything. That's the one place you're supposed to be safe, right? I mean, I know better than that. I mean, we have racists that go in there like Dylan Roof, sat in there, look at black people worship, and he decided to kill them anyway. God wasn't there to protect them there at all. So that's no real big surprise. But to see it play out like this all the time, and then no one question their faith. Is it really faith, or is it just ignorance or stubbornness? Like, I don't get it. What does it take for your faith to be lacking? What does it do to question your faith, even though in the face of adversity, your God is not there to protect you? Like, there's a Bible scripture here that says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall raise against thee in judgment," like me, what I'm doing, "thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord." Right? So, if that's the case, then why are we taking all these precautions? Why God should protect you. Jesus should protect you. But they all know better than that. You know what I'm saying? You got people that from the church, they dying. Everyone is dying. No one believes it. Absolutely no one believes that if God's going to protect you from anything, let alone COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. They had all these restrictions, mask up, stay separate from each other, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was weird going there, seeing all these people here, and everyone just has a mask and say, "Oh, God is good, and God is this, and God is wonderful, and God, may He be with you and protect you, and you need God in your life." Why? For what? He can't protect me from a common cold. You know what I'm saying? This is a cold on steroids. Like, why do we need that? Right? No matter where you go in this country, right? If they listen to the CDC rules, they are, doing what they're supposed to do, which I'm not condemning them for doing that. They need to do that to stop the spread of COVID. I'm tired of wearing masks and everything and stuff like that. Want to get back to normalcy, but this doesn't question your faith. A protector is somebody who protects you. If you have an alarm system and your alarm system doesn't work all the time, how reliable is that alarm system you have for your home? Have an alarm system for my house, it has to work all the time for it to be dependable, right? But the church should be your alarm system, right? God should be your alarm system. God should be the one there to protect you, but nobody believes it. No one seriously is going to believe that, right? So right now, it's like they are all, but religion takes credit for everything. They take credit for everything. They take credit for the good. They take credit for the bad. They take credit for the good. Obviously, once the scientists, once they made any kind of measures in progress or whatever, they're going to say, "Oh, that was us." If anything goes bad, they'll say, "Well, God didn't allow it. God didn't do this." Which brings me to when my was at the service and the preacher was saying, "Oh, whatever you want to do," and my kids was like, that's nonsense. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to strive to be in life, God allowed it. Whatever you're trying to be and it didn't happen, that means God didn't allow it. Sounds like a scam to me. It sounds very convenient. So if you want to say, you know what, I want to be a doctor, right? And you're having struggles and you having, time trying to be, being a doctor, long hours, you're doing internships and all this other stuff, and you're second guessing yourself. That's God saying, you know what, you're not supposed to do it. You can't do it. You're not meant to do it. That makes no sense whatsoever. So again, no weapon formed against God or his people shall prosper. But we all know that's bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to poke fun at religious people. There's a lot of good Christians and stuff like that are very good people. But when you ask them this question, and you put their feet to the fire about this biblical scripture, then, they start doing a lot of buck dancing and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, all right. And you got to leave them alone. So I don't even say anything to them. You know what I'm saying? Even Jesus right now is if he was alive, he would have to protect himself, right? Honestly, if Jesus was alive right now, he would be all masked up because this thing is a killer. It's killing everybody, even though Jesus is not a historical character or a historical figure and so like that. But let's say if he was, for argument's sake, in this instance, he is a human being, right? And he would be susceptible to diseases and everything, like how he was susceptible to temptation, how he fought temptation. If he wasn't human, right, and he was that divine, temptation wouldn't be a thing for him to fight. So it's I just find it very interesting when I went to church, all these things were taking place and were happening and things like that. This just goes back to like, there's a lot of Christian kryptonite. So we know COVID is Christian kryptonite, right? So there's a lot of things that Christianity just can't deal with. Christianity, the Hebrew faith, Islam, they just can't deal with these things. So right here, you see that God couldn't fight an army because it had chariots of iron. That is Jesus' kryptonite, iron. That's God's kryptonite, iron. According to the Bible, he created the earth, right? So God created something that could weaken him. That makes no sense. It's a really weird thing to say, to do. Right here in Judges, it says, and the Lord was with Judah, and he drove out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley because they had chariots of iron. What? Iron. Okay. I just find this to be very, very interesting and weird. The Bible's a very interesting book. It's a very interesting book, and it always surprises me. I always find something in there that's totally surprising. So, COVID-19, and we know that iron is what you need, right, to defeat Yahweh, to defeat Elohim, right? These are the things that you just need in order to do it, But, so of course Jesus will protect himself. Maybe some iron was around him or something like that. Or maybe somebody sneezed. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it weakened him, So, hey, I just want to just run this by you guys. And like I said, I may be late to the party. And I just find it very interesting that, the churches right now are, which they should follow CDC protocols and things like that. But that doesn't question your faith or God. And I hate when they say that no one knows the mind of God and stuff like that. But okay, that's good. But you have common freaking sense, right? A protector is a protector. A protector is someone who protects you all the time. Not someone who protects you conveniently. Not someone who protects you when they feel like it. Not someone say, hey, I got your back, and they laugh in your face, and then they get your back later. That's not what it's supposed to be, right? So I just find this very funny that, in this day and age, I won't be surprised if you did a poll on people who lost religious faith. I wouldn't be surprised if it went down significantly. I wouldn't at all. But anyway, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for listening. And I talk to you guys later.